Hi Gemini, I hope you're okay. I'm Clarissa, thank you so much for joining me. We're going to be doing a general and love reading for Gemini, so let's see what's in store. And Gemini, there was a competition last month where you could win a birth chart reading, a subscriber owner competition. And the winner of that competition is Jasmine Bureau, so well done Jasmine. And I love the competition so much, so I'm going to continue the competition. So if you'd like to win a birth chart reading, all you have to do is become a subscriber. And I'll choose a winner at the end of the month. Okay, Gemini, let's get into it. Let's see what's in store for Gemini. Okay, first card here, Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is it's feeling as though there is so much emotion around you. You've been able to explore a really deep foundation of emotion, and now you're getting to a place where you understand where it's going. You're understanding what you've been feeling for a certain amount of time. It's as though you have a lot more control over these emotions. It's like you've been able to dive into each emotional setting, and now it's come to the surface, there's more control over it. There's a sense of happiness here, so you know where it's going. Strength card. Strength card is major arcana for Leo. So you could be doing with Leo, but it really speaks about, again, having to overcome some hurdles that you've been through, having to overcome some emotional burdens that have been trying to create obstacles in your way. You've really got a sense of knowing how to steer your emotional path. Where is it going to take you? What is it going to manifest? And there's a situation at the moment where you feel like there's more that you've got to put in, you've got to use, you've got to let things go to the wayside so you can focus on harnessing this situation, putting your focus into it so you can overcome certain things. But you've understood that you need to have this emotional foundation, has to be solid. So you've spent time creating the solidity in this in your emotional setting, so you can focus, harness, and overcome whatever this is. Three of Cups, yeah. You're focusing on some other kind of love here. Something different. It's something that empowers you. Something where there's like a level of friendship here. There's something that you've attracted it in. Because you've made these changes. There's an appreciation here of the love that's around you, the emotion that's around you, and because of this reflective quality that it has, it's helping you to see happiness in certain situations. There's some gratitude here. Eight of Cups, yeah. This is amazing reading for you, Gemini. This is really about a manifestation here. You're working towards something, and you've really got an understanding that the emotion and the foundation of your emotions is really where it's going to be the main directive for you, because now you're in a place where the emotions are becoming much more sturdy, and you're finding strength in being able to put into action. And now it's manifestation. I think you've had to break away from certain things, like silence your emotions in certain things, so you can create this ability to harness. And now you want to manifest something stable. Maybe you want to manifest some of the ideas that you have. You want to bring them into the light here. Oh, Three of Swords. Yeah, this situation that you're having to overcome. It was a diluting of energies. Something was trying to just distract you. Something was trying to take your focus, trying to rock your mindset. They're just trying to interfere with who you are, and you're overcoming. It's the center of the reading. So we're acknowledging that this situation is still surrounding you a little bit. There's still kind of elements here of it, but you're aware. Your awareness of it is so clear, and your awareness of why 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 certain things are happening in your life, why this kind of antagonizing energy that's trying to interfere with you, where it's coming from, whether it's this is just an over dilution of trying to they're just trying to stir your emotions. So they're trying to throw things at you that is distracting, just for attention, because they see where it's going for you. They see that you're trying to move forward. They see that you're trying to manifest some things. They see the grounding in your emotions. And some people, they just can't have it like that. They just don't want it. They want to be able to have some effect, some influence. And so, but you're aware. And so you've created some barriers, you've created some boundaries. And I think this is again, there's more needs to happen, but you're working towards this. You get it now. Knight of Pentacles, yeah. Because what you're looking for is stability. You're not trying to rush any type of situation. Whatever love comes towards you, you're willing to take your time, because you get that the flighty sense of things, like it can create a nice emotional bowl that you can dip into sometimes. But what you really want is something that sustains you for a long time, something that stimulates you over time, so you can feel like it is all that you need. So with the Knight of Pentacles, it's an earthy card as well. So the person could be dealing with Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. But it really does speak about moving slowly in some certain situations, especially when it comes to connection. They may be feeling like, they understand your need for stability, but you want to see more. You want to see the friendship, you want to see the stability, you want to see growth, you want to see potential. Yeah, Eight of Wands. Yeah, definitely. You've had the battle. You've had it all. You had to overcome some things. You've definitely felt the stripes. You've really felt what some people have tried to put you through, or maybe what they're continuing trying to put you through, because they know that they're becoming part of your past. But to keep things, to keep their energy high, to keep their energy active, they've got to be like this constant revisiting of the energy, and so they can feel like they're part of your life, negative or positive. They have a voice to say and have an influence in your life. So you completely get it, and sometimes you give to it, and sometimes you don't. I think because there is a process of that energy having to let go of interacting with you. So you get it. You get why you have to, appease, and then take 2 steps forward in the direction that you want to also. Okay, Seven of Swords. So yeah, this really speaks about how much they watch you. This really speaks about how they, the Seven of Swords, I feel like that's the thought stealer. They do things, actions to really gain some advantages in how you think, so they can set up the next situation, get ready for the next thing. So with the Seven of Swords, it really speaks about you're aware of the energies around you, and you're aware of that people want to interact with you, and where they feel like you're the strongest. And for you, Gemini, of course, it's the mental ability, the arithmetic that you have throughout life. People know that that's the area where they can meet you to try and create some play, I suppose. But negative, positive, it's just an interaction. So and some people don't know how to do the positive walk, so they do the negative shuffle. So you've got to be guarded of some certain things that you want to put out there, ideas, some of your direction, your thoughts, your future thinking. Just make sure that you are around the right people when you're speaking about these things, and that so the influence of what you want to do is much stronger, the directive, because you continue in that strength. Okay, let's get another card here. Five of Cups, yeah. You definitely understanding that you're having to put some emotions to rest. You can't take them with you, and I think part of it is a slow journey of having to empty some of those emotional cups. So there is, you know, they are available for new emotions. So there's a process. You know, there could be those around you that's helping you, that have a very grounded mindset, helping you to release some of these things. You know, just a direction that they're taking, and they're taking with you. You know, the grounded sense where you can rationalize some of the emotions that have been projected onto you, why you yourself have felt certain emotions towards people, and really just loosening some of the emotional ties. So you're going through this process at the moment where you're walking away from certain emotions, you're releasing certain emotions, but it is a slow journey, but it's a journey nevertheless. So good. Let's get some clarification for you, Gemini. Okay, let's clarify the Nine of Cups. The Queen of Cups, yeah. Again, you're using this emotional space to make you feel, you know, higher than how a person would allow you to, what would want you to feel, would project how you should feel. You've gone into this space where it's almost like a spiritual relationship with yourself, and understanding with yourself, you know, being very complementary to your future thinking. If you want something in the future, how do you manifest it now? How do you go within yourself to bring out exactly what you need? And it starts with how you feel about it emotionally. So I think you've just gained a huge heightened sense of emotion here, where you know what you need to do. Let's clarify the Strength card. Queen of Cups is also a water sign, so Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Nine of Swords. Yeah, the Nine of Swords definitely speaks of somebody of trying to hold your emotions in a certain field, and you're having to have this strength to overcome the way certain things have been feeling. Then the Nine of Swords indicates that because it's gone into, it's like the nightmare card, so it's gone into the realm of the ethereal. This has been around for a very long time. The way it's gone into the subconscious, so it comes out, the messages come out in other ways, through our dreams, through just taking us to other places in our mind, so we can get a good understanding of what we see, what we feel pictorially in our mind. So yeah, this has been something that's been there for a long time. These feelings have been there. So the relationships that you've been in have been trying to highlight certain things, trying to highlight certain emotions that you respond to, and why do you respond to them. So giving you those associations, that feeling of association with those thoughts highlights the things that we need to change. So I feel like this is where you've understood your strength of overcoming certain things, because you've had to feel the way it is. You know, the thoughts can attach to the feelings. You have to feel what it is that you're sensing. Okay, let's get into the Three of Cups. Devil. I just had a feeling it was going to come out. The Devil is Capricorn card, major arcana for Capricorn, but it really speaks about someone trying to hold you in an emotional space. On top of the Three of Cups, they see your walk towards happiness. Maybe you're trying to establish a relationship with somebody, or maybe you're in a relationship that's it's moving to another level where you're feeling a sense of happiness. And there is these old energies that are wanting to remind you of the things that you're tied to. So maybe again, it's some kind of old long-term connection that refuses to just leave you alone. It is always constantly there. But you know, sometimes we are attached ourselves to the pattern of those relationships. So sometimes we can't help getting drawn back into those emotions because we're so used to it. And this is what the devil speaks of, being chained to old emotions that you know, they want to keep you in a certain place, they want to keep you in a certain energy, and you're having to make yourself very aware of these feelings. Okay, let's clarify the Eight of Pentacles. King of Cups in reverse. Yeah, so the King of Cups in the reverse and the Queen of Cups here. So again, this really speaks about, this is definitely an old connection here. You know, where there was, you know, the level of growth between this connection has changed the dynamics. Maybe it was balanced at one point, maybe it shifted with like a power play. One person's got the power ball, another person's got the power ball. And these games have ultimately come to a stop because you've grown. This person with the King of Cups in reverse has not been able to grow in the same way, and because they're not been able to receive the back and forth, the energy from you in the same way, it's almost as though they're deteriorating. It's almost as though their energy is going down in a negative sense. They don't know how to have that emotional hold over you like they used to, because again, now they see where you're going, they see where it is, and it creates I suppose, darker waters for them. Okay, let's clarify the Three of Swords. Yeah, Five of Swords. Yeah, Five of Swords on top of the Three of Swords. I feel like someone is just really wallowing here. Someone's really upset that you're moving on. Someone's really upset that you're moving forward. You know, it's like the battles that they try to get you to engage in, it's just not working anymore. And so they're really, they're kind of stumped. I feel like with the Five of Swords here, it's going back to them. So whatever they've been projecting onto you, it's almost as though they are receiving it themselves. So they're really kind of stuck at the moment as to why certain things are not working in the same way. But it also could speak about you reminding you not to be lost in the old feelings and the old thoughts of how things are. Well, you know, Five of Swords on top of the Three of Swords, you know, because sometimes the memories of these battles and the things that you've gone through, it can come up and it can create, you know, a sore point. But it's just to remind you that you are focused on moving forward, and that's what you've got to remain in doing. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles, let's clarify. The Five of Wands, yeah. They're just gonna be trying to do whatever they can to block your direction, but you're moving at a speed that's, whereas there's a logic here. You understand that this tie that you have with this person, it could be quite a long-term thing, and it's almost as though you've got to put in just the amount of time and effort that you did in those old relationships into changing relationships. So it's almost like Five of Swords, Five of Wands rather, over the Knight of Pentacles. It's like you're doing this slow, there's a slow battle. It's not, you know, it's gone from the stage of war and, you know, vocal. It's becoming more a subdued battle because you're understanding the process and the logic that needs to be taken. It's almost like you can't rush to them, the emotions. You've got to slowly move out of, I suppose, the heat of the battle. Let's clarify the Eight of Wands. Yeah, Ten of Wands, yes. Ten of Wands means you're physically moving away from the situation. So, you know, this is why, you know, there's a disturbance in the connection, the older connections, mindset. They're really seeing that they're not able to create this antagonizing situation because you're just literally lifting yourself up and you're moving away from the situation. You're unafraid to do this because you've just grown so much emotionally, spiritually. You've just grown so much, and it's created a new mindset that you refuse to go back to the way it was. But there's just there is a few reminders just to make sure, just to make sure you continue that way. I don't go that way. All right, so let's clarify the Seven of Swords. The Page of Wands in reverse. The Page of Wands, this really speaks about the passion. This really speaks about, this having to, so certain things for you have changed. Like before, it would have been the passion that connected you to this situation. Just the thrill of the dynamic of being able to, have your thoughts heard in such a way. You're changing the way this feels as you're coming out of this, this type of connection. I think there's a level of maturity here where you're seeing things differently. But that person's so used to having a dynamic with you, they can't deal with how you're wanting to change. How dare you, Gemini? How dare you change? Good for you. All right, let's clarify the Five of Cups. Yeah, Seven of Swords, yeah. Definitely speaks of, having to defend and manifest at the same time. You defend your point of view, the way you want to do things, understand, you don't have to dismiss the things that you've gone through, but you can definitely defend yourself from the way that is continually trying to feel on you. You're allowed to step away from these emotions, of course you are, and you're allowed to create a container for yourself, for your emotions and your thoughts to develop while you move forward. So yeah, you maybe wanted to take a step back from some of the energies that are just antagonizing because you just don't want any part of it. Okay, Gemini. Let's get some love oracle cards. Okay, let's see. Wedding rings, union, wedding, marriage, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. I feel two things came through. This is where you're moving towards, and this is the old promise. So this is why it's hard for somebody to let go, because there was promises made. But this is ultimately the things that you want. So you're still moving towards what you want to do. I feel like it could be like a union that was so long promise that it was going to be a forever, and but there is this understanding that it's not in the way that it is. But this person feels like they are connected to you, and it could be a soul connection, but some soul connections don't last physically. They may be connected emotionally, spiritually, but some of them don't physically last in the way that they're supposed to. I feel like this is really pertaining to that type of connection here. Two cards came right here. Hand of cards, take a chance, risk, be strategic, options, not showing hand, and gambling. Okay, I think this is it speaks to some of the processes that you have to go through this person, because they get your mental agility. So it's almost like they're playing this mental game that they want to have with you, and so your understanding of this, and so you see the plays they do, and you're not responding in the same way. Girl talk. Time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. Yes, that's it, 100%. The Three of Cups here, it definitely speaks of friendships, connection with those who reflect the things that you want to do, the direction that you want to have. Really speaking about how it feels, and just letting those emotions out, because then they gain you can gain insight when you just let it free. When you hold it in a container and it doesn't gain any any clarification, it stays there, it goes back into ourselves. We don't want that. Okay, Gemini, let's get some angel card messages for you. Okay. Listen deeply. Yeah, so really this definitely speaks about the inner conversation, you know, and really having to understand that all the external things that happen, they're just reflections of the things that we need to calm within. You know, we need to have a look at those feelings within. What are those interactions trying to say to us? What are they saying about us? And what are they saying for us? Okay, let's get another one. Transformation, yeah, really speaks highly of what you're going through at the moment, or your understanding about yourself. You're making those changes, being unafraid to make those changes, regardless of how it makes certain individual feels or how it upsets energies that would rather you stay consistent to the way it's always felt. Oh, power and intention. Yes, and this is why. Because you know what's for you. You know what's for you, and so does the old energies. They know what's for you. Your power and intention is what's going to create this manifestation, this transformation for you. Harnessing and focusing on what you need to do. And so allowing yourself to have a container away from the things that are not going to positively influence your direction. Oh, yes. Thank you, Gemini. If you love the message, the reason, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And don't forget the competition. If you would like to win a birth chart reading with myself, all you have to do is become a subscriber, and I'll announce the winner in the next video. Take care. Bye.